In a place where the sky is always changing, where clouds dance in patterns ever so strange, lived a boy named Caleb. Caleb was a curious 9-year-old with a wild imagination, and he loved nothing more than exploring the wondrous world around him. One sunny morning, Caleb was wandering through the lush, green fields behind his home. The grass whispered secrets as the wind blew gently, and the flowers nodded in agreement. It was here, amidst the vibrant colors of nature, that Caleb met Brian, a tiny ant with a big dream. Brian was no ordinary ant. He had a passion for invention and a heart full of persistence. His greatest hero was Thomas Edison, the inventor who had changed the world with his brilliant ideas, like the light bulb. Brian wanted to be just like him, to bring light to the darkest corners of the ant world. As Caleb crouched down to watch the ants march in a line, Brian noticed him and waved his tiny antennae. "Hello there, young explorer," Brian chirped. "I'm Brian, and I'm on a mission to invent something extraordinary." Caleb's eyes widened with excitement. "What are you trying to invent, Brian?" he asked, his voice filled with wonder. "I'm trying to create a light for my colony," Brian explained. "Something that will shine even in the deepest tunnels of our anthill. But I need help." Caleb was thrilled by the idea of helping Brian. Together, they embarked on an adventure through the fields, searching for materials to build Brian's invention. They found shiny pebbles, pieces of glass, and even a small, discarded flashlight bulb. But as they worked, they faced many challenges. The wind blew fiercely, scattering their materials, and the sun began to set, casting long shadows over their work. Caleb and Brian felt disheartened, but they remembered the story of Thomas Edison and his persistence in the face of failure. "We can't give up, Caleb," Brian said, determination shining in his eyes. "Edison tried thousands of times before he succeeded. We must keep trying." With renewed energy, Caleb and Brian continued their work. They experimented with different materials, combining them in various ways. It was a process of trial and error, but they were learning with each attempt. Finally, as the moon rose high in the sky, casting a silvery glow over the fields, they had a breakthrough. Caleb held a small magnifying glass over the flashlight bulb, and Brian connected a tiny wire from a battery they had found. Suddenly, a soft, warm light flickered to life. They had done it. The light shone brightly, illuminating the dark corners of the anthill. Brian's colony gathered around, their eyes wide with amazement and gratitude. The ants cheered for Brian and Caleb, celebrating their triumph. Caleb and Brian beamed with pride. They had not only created a light but had also forged a friendship that would last a lifetime. Brian knew that with persistence and innovation, just like Thomas Edison, anything was possible. As the night wore on, Caleb and Brian sat together, watching the stars twinkle above. They knew that their adventure was just the beginning, and many more inventions awaited them in the future. In the place where the sky is always changing, Caleb and Brian had learned the true power of persistence and the magic of innovation. And as they drifted off to sleep, they dreamed of new ideas, ready to light up the world.